Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be talking about Cerastes boss. This is going to be a full guide where I'm going to basically explain the fight as short and concise and to the point as I can, and then actually show you the fight, how it's done in game as well. Now first and foremost, my apologies for doing this a bit later than I normally do. The life has been a bit tricky, plus obviously the story content role is changing, but I still got you. And I also always release these guides not only for the people who are rushing in 8.3, but also people who are, working up towards it or who might need some help and advice in future. And as a general rule of thumb, I just love to have all the guides on my channel, therefore they are still all coming. My apologies for the lateness of it. First things first though, with Cerastes, one of the most important things is knowing his icons and knowing what you have to do. I'm going to explain the entire fight shortly, but what you need to know is which icon corresponds to which. So you can see that all of them have like a shield on it, and the leg armor effectively is a knockdown. The pure shield with a crack on it is his shield, which means you need to hit his block. And that strange figure in there effectively is spirit, which means you need to use striker. The entire point of the fight is for you to damage these types of armor, or you, more simply put, for you to execute these specific types of action, for most part in order to bring them down gradually and then destroy them one after another. When you destroy all three of them, you do a ton of damage. So the entire fight you will want to get in a rotation of hit his block, then hit his block, which will auto-activate as you punish his special, by the way. So that is going to be an easy guaranteed way how to hit his block. Then hit him with the striker, then knock him down with a heavier special attack, bait out his special attack, punish that, then again hit him with the striker, knock him down, and go in a cycle off it. So, to explain the fight here. Number one, most important thing aside from understanding which icons mean what and what you have to do is learn how to dex his level 1. It's 2 fast dexes, bit of a pause, then a third dex. That is crucial. If you're doing Cerastes fight for the first time, recommend bringing in some random champion just to try and learn his dexes first. Do not go in with your main, destroyer first until you learn how to do it. Things you need to know about his phases, like all the bosses, he has 4 phases. In phase 1, basically destroy shields one by one. When all 3 are destroyed, he gets wounded. In phase 2, it's exactly the same as above, except you can damage the shield. You can't damage the same shield twice in a row, or instead you're going to be growing it up. That means, again, you need that cycle of use a striker, knock him down, punish a special, so on and so forth. You just need to keep a mental note of which action you have done in which order, and you, for the most part, will be fine. Phase 3 gets a bit more tricky because he goes stun immune and his shield will reset at different values. This is the point where it is important to recognize which shield you need to start damaging first, because it can be that his shield restarts with one of his shields restart with a value of 100 and another shield will restart with a value of 300. So you'll obviously effectively want to start with the shield that has the biggest value in order for you to be able to gradually bring them all down. And the last phase is just dance around until he is at 1% and then hit his block. Additional side point here, it is extremely beneficial to have several types of unique buffs active on you, because every time you damage shield, you will damage his shield more potently the more unique buffs you have. In general, you reduce his shield value by 100 whenever you perform one of these actions, and then for each unique buff by additional 5. So that, kind of makes quite a bit of a difference as his shields gradually reform, so it's significantly easier to do. Additional general tips is use Cosmic Champions with lots of buffs. Odin's pre-fights can, let any champion be significantly better in this fight. Do not use mutants at all, and best options in general would include Herc, just avoid activating Infuriate, Gamora, Venom, King Groot, Gore, Hulkling, Angela, Odin, or plenty of other champions. I have soloed also with Juggernaut and some random champs. So that is pretty much the entire theory there. Additional side note is when you see purple icons, do an intercept and everything's going to be good in life. Nothing much to worry about there. So let's jump to the actual fight. It is a bit messy because I had to remind myself how to do this fight in the middle of it. But we are gonna get in a solid kind of rhythm relatively early on. So we can see that all of his shields are at 300. And at the moment, I'm just trying to bait out his level 1. Just easy peasy, lemon squeezy, punish. And we can see that we took away decent amount of value. His shield now is at 191. Now I use striker. Now I knock him down. Now he'll finish the cycle. Now I basically want him to use level 1. I did not expect that level 1 to be thrown there, but fair enough. So I'm going to knock him down again, which isn't necessarily the best, but fine. So now I want to use the striker, and that takes him down to 90 something. I do want to hit his block. Now I'm going to await his level 1, and here we can see that he tries to auto block, and I did hit his block a couple of times. I still can do it twice in the first phase. Later on, you probably don't want to try it out. You can see that we have gradually taken his shield down to like 100 and some value. Now I use the striker, so his striker shield is down to 20 something. His knockdown shield is down to 17. And now that I punish his block, all of them are below 100. So now, when I'm going to knock him down, his first shield is going to break. Now I need to dex this, so I want to hit his block. His second shield breaks, and it refreshes the red bit there. And now I just need to connect striker, and life's good. His armor is broken, and I can start smacking him. That's effectively how the first phase goes. Again, it's not necessarily perfect, but yeah, this is what you do in the first phase, super easy. Now that he has his purple icons, I just land in an intercept, and we're cooking. Now you can see that all of the numbers there are kind of random, but that's fine. So I hit his block once, I activated the striker once, and I knocked him down once again. And now I want to kind of like do the same order. Hit his block once, I want to knock him down as soon as possible, and then I want to hit him with the striker. Or in this case, I can actually hit his block another time if I want to, because the values are relatively small. He's recovering them quite quickly though, and he doesn't want to throw his level 1, which kind of is annoying. I should have hit him with a striker at some point meanwhile there, which is what I go for now. I have activated the striker, so I'm going to knock him down. I'm going to break his first shield, and now I want to bait out his level 1 and punish that. So I break the second shield, and I need to activate my striker to break the third shield. In this second phase, again, the critical bit is that I do not want to ever perform the same action twice. Like I don't want to hit his block twice in a row, for instance. In this fight in general, what you want to avoid is hitting his block outside of punishing his special attack, basically. That would be like my best advice. Don't, really hit his block. Because now I did it, and it's kind of offbeat, because if I dash in to punish it, then, I would just cause myself some pain and trouble. So now, again, I knocked him down. Perfectly fine. Activate striker. Life's good. I'm going to knock him down again. So one of the shields goes down to 60 something. So I need to be careful with that. Now I want to punish that special attack. Fine. Now I want to get to my striker. As we can see, strikers are filling up extremely quickly. That's fine. I'm dropping heavy attack, break the first shield. Now I'm going to be punishing his block. Perfectly fine. And now I want to get to my striker again. And then I want to punish his block again. So I activated already level 2. I just need to dex this. Going for punish. He's wounded. So this is the second phase, also straightforward. Just going to fast forward to the third phase whenever he gets his purple icons. And the only thing that really changes in the third phase, whatever it is, so here we go, is that he's also stun immune for the most part. I'm going to be, obviously, as I said, I'm making some mistakes, and that his shield values reset at random numbers. So you do need to kind of take a look at which shields you need to damage when. And it's a bit harder to knock him down because you can't just parry and knock down him. But you can easily always knock him down after a relic. And that's exactly the same fight. There's nothing too tricky here. You basically just use relic for easier knockdowns or a special attack for knockdown. And yeah, just beware. As we can see, all of the shields here reset at different values. So now I want to know that I need to start with hitting his block once. Here I misuse my relic, which is a bit of a mistake. But yeah, this fight is quite forgiving in terms of mistakes. I do make several there. Here you can see I barely destroy them at the same time. And then I'm going to get to the last phase. And last phase is like super straightforward as well. And the last phase, you don't really need to do anything except for just stay away from him. So in order to start the last phase, I need to land an intercept. Super easy. Now he's at 5% health, and what I need to do is just dance around. He's degening himself, and he's unstoppable meanwhile. But yeah, just dance around, make sure you have like a striker ready, or maybe a special attack ready is there. And you can use a relic or a special attack to stall for time as well. Now that he's at 1%, he's not stunned. That's important. He can still kill you, but you just need to hit his block a couple of times, and it's perfectly fine. So that's Cerastes' boss. As briefly explained, obviously there are a few more abilities and details that I don't think are all that necessary, to be honest. I went in the fight without knowing many of these abilities and kind of picked it up along the way. So this is definitely one of the easier bosses, I would say, but I'm going to show these bits again, just so you guys don't forget. We have the general tips. One second. General tips: use Cosmic Champions with buffs. Audience pre-fights are God-given here. Do not use mutants. Here are some of the best options. And then, again, just this in case you guys want to take a screenshot of this. There you go. Both of them are together. Hope this is helpful. If you like this video, or if your teammates could use a bit of help, well then, here you go. And once again, my apologies for uploading this slightly late. Catch you guys later. Bye-bye. Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information